Mine is what was the worst movie you ever saw?
Worst movie. I never saw Gummo, but I assume Gummo might be a bit horrible movie. That's the movie that you remember in Belly. They was watching the little kids.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah.
That was Gummo. That's
was
actually
Gummo?
a real
Bro,
movie.
I'm glad you mentioned Belly.
Yeah.
Oh, Belly is one of the worst movies that ever came out.
Don't do that.
Ever came out. I'm talking
Why
about.
would you say that?
It was so bad. Nas never acted again, or Hype Williams ever produced a movie ever again after that.
People in the hood would disagree with you.
Are y'all serious?
No, bro. I'm talking about we going off facts. We're not going off.
What did the ending I heard they did change it to make it a
Bro.
more positive ending.
First of all, with Belly or whatever. Like we're gonna go back this again. Listen to what I said. The movie, far as selling wise, it tanked in the movie theater. The only people bought it, only people that liked it was niggas. Let's keep it real. I'm talking about, and then we gonna go off. This is what we gonna go off.
But just because the movie tanked don't mean it can't be a classic. I just
no,
wanna say that.
but I'm talking about. But I'm About It is a classic, and that's when we talking about bad movies. I'm About It was written wise, it was a bad movie, but it was entertaining us. That's one of my favorite movies. But the movie, far as Belly, it was Hype Williams' first and last movie he ever produced. He never made a movie after that. Nas never acted again after that movie. He never did. The whole story of Belly didn't make no sense. The whole story. If just think about the movie. Just think about the movie. First of all, the movie was based on 5% teaching. 5% of teaching. Do you understand? Do you know what?
Yeah, 5%ers. Yeah.
You know, Clarence X13.
Yeah.
You know the whole backstory of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's real big on the East Coast. 5%ers, Nas, AZ, all the members of Wu-Tang. Anytime you hear somebody say, "What up, God?
Yeah.
Peace." Erykah Badu a 5%er, stuff like that.
Mathematics.
Yeah, what's the mathematics like?
Half of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, just half of New York. It's extremely big on the East Coast. The movie did not make no. First of all, they took the whole scene when they Jack Scarface scene when Ox was in the house.
That's not realistic.
Old girl jumped from
With the knife.
That's not realistic.
from 8 feet down, didn't break an ankle, didn't do nothing. He shot everybody, but one person survived. So like it was just so much stuff in there. It was like, this is going to be your last movie, and it was his last movie he ever produced. Like the movie, if you watch the movie now, it's laughable, bro. If you watch the movie now, look.
I did watch it as a kid. And
as a kid, it was entertaining. But then when I got grown and started watching the movie, I'm like, bro, this shit don't make no sense, bro.
So when did the movie start? Just
immediately. Immediately.
You didn't like the intro even when they walked in?
Bro, that was the best part of the movie, the intro.
Not even when...
Bro, I'm talking about, and then when they started bringing in, and then they went... Bro, they had Dr. Ben Shavers in there, or whatever. He was in there. He the one that was preaching at the end.
Oh, the one
yeah.
Buns was supposed to kill?
Yeah, Buns was supposed to kill. Then it went to... It just like... It was so much... It was just... The story was written so bad. Even when Method Man got shot out in the club. Method Man get shot with a shotgun.
And still
blew out the club. and walked away and lived.
He probably had a vest.
Bro, that would have blew his whole stomach would have been open, bro. He got shot. So the gun was strong enough for him to get blew out the club. And he still survived.
And not only that, he slipped him a Mickey too.
Yeah, like I'm talking about, bro. When I mean the writing, I look at the writing because I write. Like the writing, the writing on that movie was one of the worst writing movies ever. Like far as for it to make it big screen. Now if it would have came out just on a small screen,
BET,
it would have been like cool. But for that movie to make big screen, that movie wouldn't even made big screen in this time era right now. It would have been a small screen movie.
That's your opinion.
No, just we gonna go off X. Watch it, Belly, and I guarantee you gonna look at this movie like, what the?
I'm gonna check it out again. Then
Yeah,
I'll watch it sometime this year.
You gonna look at it different.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the worst movie I think, in my opinion, was that Jimi Hendrix movie with Andre 3K.
I never seen. I forget that movie even came out.
Yeah, that was
because it was so effing horrible. John really directed that movie, and I don't like you because of that movie. For one, they used none of Jimmy's real music in the movie. Second of all,
they had the rights.
They had the rights.
Yeah.
At least had the rights for the movie. Second of all, they made Jimmy to be a woman beater. I didn't like that because even the people that knew Jimmy said that was historically inaccurate because he never beat women.
Yeah.
I hate that movie for that particular part. The only song that he was able to perform was the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's at the end of the movie. They didn't show him go to Woodstock, do the iconic,
Yeah.
They didn't show that, but what they did show him getting on the plane, going to Woodstock. That's how Jimmy got famous doing that whole American Anthem.
Yeah, American Anthem.
They didn't show that. They just showed his whole time in England roaming around with a white girl, him high all the time, beating on women.
I got one that was even worse. Remember the Lifetime, the one Wendy Williams did about Aaliyah?
Oh, yeah.
The Lifetime one?
I didn't see it, but I heard it was
They
bad.
didn't have none of her music because they didn't have the rights to her music.
The one that was yeah.
Yeah, it was directed by Wendy Williams.
I heard they didn't even mention Missy Elliott or Timbaland in that movie.
Yeah, they family, her family didn't okay it. So it was so much stuff that they couldn't. It was bad, bro.
I'll give you another one too. I didn't see it, but they said it was horrible. The one they did about Miles Davis.
I didn't see that.
They said it was horrible.
See, I was gonna say the one about Emmett
Don
Till.
Cheadle played Miles Davis.
Oh wait, I think I did see that.
It's called Miles Ahead.
I might have seen that then.
They said it was horrible.
I know the movie that came out with like 2 years ago about Emmett Till. I just didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
They made a movie
why do
about
y'all-
Emmett
Yeah.
I didn't hear about
Yeah.
that.
So I'm like, why do y'all keep having movies to remember you guys are slaves, remember you guys were this? Like y'all never give us movies to remember y'all was kings and y'all had temples and pyramids. It's always just remember y'all was in slavery. Every like 2-3 years is a slave movie.
As far as these black biopics goes, I think they purposely do that because they don't want another banger like Ray.
No, they don't want that.
Because Ray was a
I didn't even know that was-
phenomenon.
NWA was a banger too.
Yeah,
That's right.
NWA that was the only yeah.
Yeah,
Both of them was
two.
independent movies. They wasn't by the machine. They was like by just individual financiers.
But Ray did come out before NWA. I would say that, and all these movies came out like Jimi Hendrix and Miles Davis. They came out before NWA. But for that, Cube had a lot of say so.
That was the best biopic I ever seen.
Yeah, Cube had a lot of say. No,
Which
you
one,
gonna do
Ray
this
or
right.
NWA?
NWA.
NWA. But yeah, when Ray,
Oh, the Tupac one was bad too.
yeah, I'm like, what's
And the
up with
Biggie
that?
one.
The big it was better. That Tupac one was bad, bro.
That was horrible.
You know
I'm like,
what?
what the hell is this?
I will say this: the only thing I didn't like about NWA was Lakeith Stanfield as Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they should have just had Nipsey.
But he said he didn't want to do it.
But man, bro, Nipsey.
You know they said
bruh.
that wasn't his real voice in NWA.
Who voice?
Lakeith Stanfield.
Oh yeah, I could tell.
They
I
said
could
that
tell.
wasn't his real
Yeah.
voice.
But
Like
I mean, Lakeith, I like you as an actor, but I just wish somehow y'all could have coaxed Nipsey.
he said he didn't want to do it because he would have got typecast. He already looked like him and he was doing music.
Yeah.
He said he would have been forever pegged as that.
Man, I still wish you would have.
This is gonna be a controversial opinion about that movie, but the dude that played Suge Knight, I think
He played him in 2 other movies after that.
he had to build like him, but it was somebody's eyes wasn't convincing to me. He was too wide eyed for me.
Oh, that Michelle movie was horrible too.
Oh man,
On Lifetime, yeah.
Surviving Compton.
Yeah, that was nasty work.
Man,
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
that was an awful ass movie. Awful. That was an awful.
Bro, you know it was bad. We in the joint watching it. I ended up going to sleep, bro. You know, it ain't nothing to do with the joint. I'm like, but I'd rather go to sleep, bro.
Man, that shit was so damn terrible, bruh.
Bro, that was bad. That's probably like that's like in the top 3 of worst movies of all time.
Now, if Sade, if they did come out with a biopic about Sade, do you think it would be good?
Who?
Sade, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because her story, don't nobody know her story really.
Yeah. Sade, yeah.
Also, can I go back to the Jimi Hendrix movie one more time?
Sure.
So back in the Jimi Hendrix movie, he had different girlfriends, and one of the girlfriends introduced him to this guy in England called Michael X. Michael X was supposed to be the British version of Malcolm X, and nobody knew who he was. They did a horrible representation of that because I didn't know who this guy was.
Man,
I had to look this person up online, like, oh, that's who he is.
Malcolm X. Man, that's my guy right there.
Yeah, Malcolm X. Yeah.
Like that was the first book I really like. I can remember my 3rd grade teacher, Miss Crew. She used to give us books like that. We read the autobiography of Malcolm X in 3rd grade, bro. Like, and when I got older, I sit there like, dang, like she gave that to a bunch of kids, and it was so. I still remember it. And like I say, like between Martin and Malcolm, like I gravitate more towards Malcolm. The reason why, because not to bring one down, to bring one up. The reason why, because Malcolm, he stood on everything he said. Once Malcolm leave his speeches, he would go home, do his salats, talk to his wife and kids. He was really who he was. That's why if you see the movie Malcolm X, remember when they got on the phone, remember the FBI was listening to him? He said compared to the other guy, he's a saint.
Yeah.
We didn't go, like I say, I don't bring nobody up to bring somebody down. But he was like, you know what I'm saying? This is documented. Like,
And the other guy,
we ain't go, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? But the other, like, that's why I be like, man, I love people who live in their truth. because the other guy couldn't live in his truth.
I like his views on self-defense.
Yeah, I love it.
I like
love
that.
it.
I like that.
So you supposed to hit me in the face with a rock or spit on me and tell me to turn the other cheek? Come on, man.
Got your
I'm
mind.
all for the eye for eye philosophy.
Yes.
I can't get down with that nonviolent stuff. I can't do it.
Yeah, because like it's just different, man. Like I say, bro, like I just love his stance and just what he stood on.